Keep America Great 2020. That's the vision. The vision 2020. That's our vision. I just made that up. May not drive a big, long Cadillac. That's right, folks. Gangsta White Walls. We're going to do the show with a gangster lean in the back. That's right. You may not have a car at all. Are we live? Just remember, brothers and sisters, we can still stay. I got to get ready. Just be thankful. Just be thankful for what you've got, man. Come on. Just be thankful. That's where we're going wrong. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. Live online morning show. Is the hat working, Amanda? Is it working? I mean, what do you think? Is it working? I mean, I think it Keep America Great Again, or Keep America Great 2020. That's the vision. Like, that's a pun, but that's pretty cool, isn't it? Right? The vision. 2020, we have 2020 vision right here on the show because we, the FYN people, TV, Good Morning from the Office people, the Good Morning from the Office people actually look for real news. So I don't know. I got to put it up here. Keep America Great 2020. Now, I just love the reason I have the Fannin hat. Let me go with that real quick. It's Fannin. The reason I have the Fannin hat for some of you out there in other counties, okay, is because I had an opportunity to go and sit down with the new Fannin Rebel head football coach, Chad Cheatham, yesterday afternoon. Spent about 45 minutes with the guy. Just really enjoyed it. I'm going to talk about it. Had some one-on-one time. Coach Cheatham, his wife, Luther from Team FYN Sports, myself, and I forget the other guys. They were just a real great time that we spent directly with the coach yesterday. I am excited about what's coming up in Fannin Rebel football's history. So we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Also, it's Thursday. Now, we better tell people. This morning I dropped my glasses. I almost broke my glasses. My glasses almost got broke this morning. And I do not have the money to get another pair of glasses. And God knows I can't find them as they are, right? Already I can't find them. All right, jumbling up here. Let's tell people you can call the show. You can text the show, 706-889-9700. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, you text that number right there. Our producer will get in touch with you and see, what you want to talk about. You can get involved in the conversation or just send us a text, live text on the show. And chief@fetchernews.com. Also, follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Follow us there and go to our YouTube channel, FYN TV, Fetch Your News YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, and anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you'll get a notice. Okay, it's Sine Die. What does that mean? Put that picture up. I think I sent you a picture. It's Sine Die. You will see a new picture here at midnight tonight in the state of Georgia. That means the session is over. All the damage now. That's my little joke, okay? Because there's so many bills down there that you wanted on the floor. The 2018 Georgia State Legislative Session ends at midnight tonight. It has to be done. It has to be passed. It has to be on the floor. It has to be passed. Anything that was sent from the House to the Senate. The Senate has to approve. Anything sent from the Senate to the House has to approve. It's sine die, meaning there's no future date. It's over. It's done at midnight. So if you were pushing for a bill to be on the floor voted during this session, or you were concerned on how a vote would how a bill would be voted on, today is it. 2018 Georgia legislative session ends today. What's that mean? Good news for all of you out there. The fundraising gets back on full track tomorrow morning. And what does that mean? If you are a member of the Georgia legislature in any way whatsoever, okay, you are not allowed to fundraise during session. When session is in, Georgia lawmakers cannot fundraise. That's why before session started, there was a major push to get you to give them money, send them money to help them become the next something. All right. Now, tomorrow morning, folks, or maybe at 1 a.m., I want to see who gets the first email, maybe out, hey, session's over and we need your money to help become the next, boom, there you go. Or watch and see tomorrow in Georgia how many, tomorrow it will not take after midnight. The political moves will be made. You will see the candidates, whether it's in for Georgia governor, for the Secretary of State, Lieutenant Governor, you will start seeing the candidates immediately discuss the bills they got on the floor, the bills they got passed in the House, but the Senate wouldn't move on, the bills that the Senate passed and the House wouldn't move on, or the bills that did pass in both houses that they authored or co-sponsored or supported, or the bills that should have been brought to the floor and never saw the light of day. Watch, folks. Tomorrow is email junk mail day around Georgia. Get ready. Okay, so that's it. Sine die today. Now, we are going to have a guest with us at 9 o'clock this morning for a couple minutes just to talk about the upcoming debate, governor's debate. And the reason I want to highlight this one is because it's in our district. Now, we have a viewing audience in South Georgia. We have a viewing audience. We have a national viewing audience, some national viewers out there, but our actual broadcast and our election focus is the 9th Congressional District of Georgia. So we do keep up when they have a gubernatorial debate down in Columbus. We do keep up when they're down in Savannah or over in Gwinnett, but we focus in when they come to the 9th District. And that is Saturday night. There'll be a debate. We'll talk more about that at 9 o'clock of the 9th Congressional District GOP. She'll be with us at 9. We're going to talk about that debate between the governors, candidates, Republican governor candidates. Partial, okay, but I think it's going to be the best debate yet because I know the 9th Congressional GOP, and I'm going to talk about that. But Rebecca Yardley and all of them, especially this lady here, is always about getting you, the voters, the most information. And that's where I'm at all times here. All right, so that'll be at 9. And are we expecting Carla? Have we gotten notice? Are we expecting her at 8:30?
We are going to have Carla's Corner at 8:30.
Okay, we're going to have Carla's Corner at 8:30. So get us a tweet out there. Can you handle that? The control room, okay?
I got it.
You got it? You got the big chair over there. All I see is the swiveling of the big chair. That's all I see, all right? Let's get a tweet. Let's get some posts up. Let's make this happen. Got it? Carla's Corner, 8:30. Where else could you show up at 7:30 for a dance party, Amanda?
Only here.
Only here. Thank you.
Only here at FYN TV.
I tell you what, if you can continue to sound so energetic and so excited to be here, just keep it up. Just keep it up.
I'm exhausted after the 7:30 a.m. disco party.
That's exactly right. Folks, okay, now, before we get to 8:30, let me run over a couple things. We talked about it yesterday, and it is the top of the drudge, and it's actually making the top news cycle because it is the polling data that nobody talks about. And let me explain. It is the barometer of the country, believe it or not. Now, whether you like the show or not, now Roseanne's ratings it's a real poll, okay? Roseanne's revival show. Now we're not going to stay on this and, like, oh my God, I don't believe I tuned in for you to talk about that again. No, but it's at the top of the drudge again this morning, and it's all over the media. Roseanne, boom, stuns Hollywood, prompts soul searching, okay? This is why they lost Michigan, not Russian bots. These people here, the Connors, this is why they lost Wisconsin, is the real people out in the... And I'm telling you, this exploded in the ratings, okay? Approval ratings are at 45%. So if you add the 6, 7, or 8% that will not answer the poll or don't want to say anything, Trump's over 50% approval. All right. And Roseanne, the boom in this show in the ratings, just through the roof. Roseanne, boom, stuns Hollywood. I'm just telling you, that is the polling data I have told you about for a year or 14 months on the internet, right? I get up, so I watch the news at 4 a.m. I watched the news last night at 6. I watched a couple episodes of Entourage. Then I watched the news, all right? There may have been a cheap cigar involved because the weather was nice on the porch, all right? And then I have to go to the evil ones at 6 a.m. And at 6 a.m., MSNBC Good Morning Joe continued the storm warning, okay? And how Stormy Daniels, this is Cohen, his attorney, okay? This is top news, even at 7, okay? How the doctor is in, all right? And we're going to talk about that a little later. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, you got his picture? And how Dr. Ronnie Jackson, actually, the who is it is out. Somebody's out. I forget the name. Veteran. This is Dr. Ronnie Jackson. All right, and he is the one that he is the president's personal physician. Now, watch. I always like to clear up the spin they use. It is not Donald Trump's personal physician, because I think it's Donald Trump's personal physician in New York. His name is either Thor or Dr. Vinny Boom Bots, one or the other, all right? This is the president of the United States personal physician. They made fun of, all the media made fun of Dr. Admiral Dr. Ronnie Jackson when he came out and gave the physical report on the president of the United States. You remember, this is the guy that came out, and the guy in there, he's asking the question, but how can a guy that eats 9 Big Macs and drinks 12 Diet Cokes, how can this be? You have to tell us something. Maybe he has gout. I mean, come on. Has he ever had the shingles? Tell us something, please. No. The guy's cognitive functions are there. Nice guy. He might live to be 200. Oh, that freaked him. Remember this guy freaked the media out? They're not discussing this morning again. Now, MSNBC is talking about flattery. His flattery of the president got him the job. I don't think so. Okay? He is a professional. Admiral Dr. Ronnie Jackson. Now, this morning, they went on and on about this guy, tearing him down. All right? He is your new, and let's tell you who he is, Veterans Affairs Secretary. He is appointed Veterans Affairs Secretary, but they leave it there and they don't say that this guy was at that time President Obama's. I think he's been the official president's personal physician all the way back with George W. This is a position that Obama put this guy in place. Trump gave him a chance. Boom, he's gone. Dr. Ronnie Jackson is in. Put that up. Okay, because I got to move on because there's a reason. I'm going. This is what they went on all morning long of how they flattered the president. That's why he got the job. Now, the third top story for the media you're hearing today, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, Morning Joe, is that the president may have asked about a possible pardon for two people. And the Mueller investigation continues as a bombshell where the president of the United States may have asked. That may have obstructed justice. What he could do concerning pardoning Flynn. Now, this is some of the top news, okay? Even going as far as Trump is now a Rod Blagojevich. Remember, Rod Blagojevich, which is in prison, I think, today, former governor of Illinois, was trying to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat to the highest bidder. The pardons. It obviously doesn't look good. This is what they're saying, okay? What did the president know and when did he know it? That's what's important here. That's what's important here. Comey's going on CNN to do a town hall. Former FBI Director James Comey's going on CNN to do a town hall. Really? Let me tell you something. For all the attempts the president made, okay, to stop Stormy Daniels from doing 60 Minutes, I really think there's something wrong here legally, or there's justice of the Department of Justice and the FBI, how they used and obtained the FISA warrant with the dossier. We know the Inspector General has opened that investigation, okay? That was never in. It was more important to talk about Donald Trump picking a guy he likes for Veterans Affairs. More important to talk about James Comey going on CNN town hall. More important to talk about that Donald Trump may have brought up, hey, what is my pardon show? With an open investigation surrounding him and the agency he used to be the director of as a part of the deep state. How can you do this? I mean, I'm at a loss on how they're doing. So here's what I thought. I thought, well, wait a minute. What about the real news of the day? I mean, I'm for sure within an hour, and then at the top of the 7 o'clock hour, I even watched MSNBC in the 7 o'clock, because I'm for sure they're going to discuss, okay, that Kim Jong-un took a visit to China. Maybe they're going to discuss that, okay? Maybe they're going to discuss the North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un agrees to meet South Korean president at a summit on April 27th. Maybe they're going to talk about that. That's big news, okay? Big news. The leaders of North Korea and South Korea have agreed to hold a summit at a village on the border of the two countries. Is that the Peace Village or whatever it's called there at the demilitarized zone? That was built, the demilitarized zone in the Peace House. Remember the Peace House? That area, that village was built for this day back in what, 9 or something? I said, well, maybe they're going to talk about this. On the border between the two countries on the 27th. Only the third ever such meeting and another sign of thawed relations. Senior officials of the two Koreas met on Thursday to prepare for a rare inter-Korean summit, days after the nuclear-armed North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, made his first international. He took the bullet train. You got the bullet train? It's bulletproof and it goes 39 miles an hour. So his very first trip since becoming dictator, okay, out of the country to China, okay? So Kim Jong-un made his international debut with a surprise trip to China on the bullet train at 39 miles. Now he's going to South Korea. See, he didn't do that when Madeleine Albright went over there with Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton made a claim, Bill Clinton made a claim of the successful denuclearizing agreement. Dad. See, but Kim went to China, now he's going to meet with South Korea. And then he's going to meet with Donald Trump. How come none of that made it into the first hour? None. Second, Theresa May called yesterday, Prime Minister of Britain. Mr. President, yeah, Prime Minister of Britain's on the phone, Theresa May, wants to speak to you. What's she want? I don't know. She just asked if you're here. Okay, put her through. Hey, how are you? You doing good over there? Mr. President, we'd just like to thank you for your support of our country and our friendship. And you have strengthened us as allies in the world, showing solidarity of our special friendship between Britain and the US of A by expelling those Russian diplomats, by closing the Seattle consulate. The Russian, you have shown me that you're on board, and we do have our special alliance, Britain and USA. That was nowhere on the news. I couldn't find it. Remember all the foreign policy debacles? They were supposed to blow up all over the world. Trade. Oh, no, they're all coming to the table wanting to talk. Everything blew up. They're over there in the filing drawer. What can we do? We've got to stick with Stormy Daniels. We just got to pound that home 7 days. All right? I got up and I was looking for the real news. Okay, now we're going to come back to this in a minute. But I just want to say, I have it here somewhere. I think it's here. Folks, our allies in Japan, Vietnam, the Philippines, Indonesia, North Korea, South Korea, they cheer daily that Donald Trump is president of the United States. Cheerily, okay? Let me just say this. And we're going to move on, take our break so we can have Carla's Corner. China intensifies military drills in South China Sea. This came March 26th. I was for sure this would make the news. China intensifies military drills in the South China Sea. Tensions between China and the United States are rapidly building up. In the most recent days, China released a series of announcements involving China's military operations in the South China Sea and Western Pacific. How can they do these operations in the South China Sea and Western Pacific? Guess what? We're going to come back at 9 o'clock and we're going to show you how. Because remember, during the Obama administration, we watched satellite imagery and we fell for. You want to talk about Trump falling for something with North Korea? Remember, China told everybody in the South China Sea, that Asian peninsula area, that we're just building islands, man-made islands, so we can send our people there for palm trees and little fruity drinks with umbrellas that they're going to break.
Had the time of my life. I never felt like this before. I swear it's the truth, and I owe it all to you. I'll tell you something. This could be love, because I've had the time of my life. I've never felt like this before, 'cause I've had the time of my life.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
And lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. Y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Better days ahead. It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. It's time for Carla's Corner, which, sorry I ran a little late. How are you? Check out what the cup is.
Oh, it's coffee. It's a.
Didn't know. I mean,
it's a freebie cup. It's just a cup.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't been here in like 6 weeks.
I missed 1 week. 1 week.
To me, that's 6.
Well, I'm missing next week because next week's spring break.
See, to me, that is missing 6 weeks. That's equivalent to 6 weeks.
Oh.
If you take a day off, you took the whole week. You might as well take the whole week if you take a day off. If you miss a day, you're gone 6 weeks. Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Well, don't sound so exciting.
It's morning.
To be, this is the only place you can go. Ask Amanda, right, Amanda? The only place you can come to that has a dance party going at 7:30 a.m. We do, don't we, Amanda? We have a dance. She won't even answer me.
That's awesome if you want to be part of a dance party at 7 a.m. I don't.
Oh, I
don't want to be part of. I mean, you're like, just conversation alone is like the highest level of what I can handle in the morning.
Highest level. I was one to go straight to the top, but I am highest level of what you can handle.
In the morning, yes.
And I have pushed that.
Yes. Charlie will try to hug me when I'm making coffee, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk. I don't want physical contact. I just want to drink coffee. I just need to be left alone.
Sorry, Charlie. Anyhow.
I'm just not a morning person.
All right, well, that is reality. But you know what? Yesterday, and we'll talk about it in a minute, because yesterday I know Paige was down there. I don't know who all from the chamber was scheduled there. I went down yesterday. Paige was there. I know the chamber participated. You always do. It's so many people in the community participate in Reality Day. Sam, you were down there yesterday, FYN, you and Lonnie. And I know Amanda broke out of here when she heard there was lunch, and she went down there, got a picture taken. She did a quick picture and came back. But outside of that, I'm going to be in so much trouble today. Do you see that coming? It's every day. Sam, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Tell me a little bit about Reality Day, what it was like yesterday.
Well, the kids come in and they are given scenarios about what their life would be like in 10 years from now, basically. And they're given different surveys that are based off of the census in Gilmer County. So then they have to go around, and with the budget that they're given for the month, they have to provide housing, food, everything, transportation, childcare, clothing, all of the things that a normal adult would have to provide for their family. And they're given that scenario. And if they run out of money, they have to go and find another job and things like that. It's interesting to see the way that the kids rationalize their decisions and or tell us that their grandparents will pay for their stuff.
Did you hear that yesterday?
Yes. Oh, don't worry about my furniture. My grandparents will pay for that.
So yesterday, FYN here, FetcherNews.com, Lonnie and Sam participated all day long. Amanda went down for a period of time, and I went down and just, got to be honest, just did a quick hello to see what was going on this year. They have an out of money table. I thought that's neat. And if you run out of money, the scenario is you get a job in a field that you think you want to go into.
If there was an out of money table in life, that's the table I would always be at.
They don't get to pick their job field. They are randomly selected.
I was told the real estate agent one was $3,500 a month or something. And it's that's awesome if you sell a house.
Yeah, if you're producing.
If you don't sell a house.
But I love the
$3,500 a month.
out of money table. It's I'm out of money because you paid your rent, you paid your car payment, you bought groceries. They have all of that, right? Everything. And you buy clothing for your job.
What's at the out of money? Is it giving blood?
No.
They have to take on a second job.
Is that what you start doing? You donate eggs so you can get money?
No, the out of money. The out of money table.
That's a real thing. What can I do to?
It's also interesting to me to see the way
that the kids. Shop? Is that what the out of money table is?
No, wait a minute. Go ahead. I have it.
It's also funny to me to watch the kids pick in which order they're going to spend their money. There would be kids that would go buy phones at the entertainment table. They would go buy the newest iPhone, and then they would go buy a vehicle, and then their clothes. They wouldn't even think about the fact that they still don't have a house. They still don't even have food. And there were some kids that never even made it to the grocery table. Like,
so
how
what
are
you
going
were able to see yesterday was their priority level.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what's funny is the out of money table, you go over there like I'm out of money and haven't even bought food or haven't home or bought a home yet. So I'm out of money. What do you think I should do? And you say, well, you know what? You have to go back and adjust.
Was there a birth control table? Because they should have had one of those.
I agree. I told one of the kids that she was real smart.
Whoa, pump the brakes.
Saying, Planned Parenthood table or something. Like, there needs to be a table for that reality. That's
okay.
gonna cost money.
Pump the brakes. Let's not get off track here.
My favorite was I heard like some kid was like, I don't need to budget money to eat out at the entertainment table. And they're like, really? You're not going to pick up a cheeseburger at McDonald's for an entire month? Like, that's not going to happen. But you know what's funny is I sit back and I look at my budget and I'm like, I didn't budget any money for eating out. I have like my grocery budget. But what happens is I'm like, oh, I got to go to McDonald's because I don't have time to cook tonight. So I just won't spend this much money at the grocery store.
I'm ashamed to admit how much money I eat out on.
What's funny is yesterday, all the tables are around the Civic Center, around the wall. They're all named grocery.
Furniture.
Were you at the grocery? Were you at the grocery?
Care.
Did you work the grocery or which?
Grocery.
You worked the grocery and Lonnie worked the entertainment table. Okay. And I was talking with the superintendent of schools, Dr. Wilkes, and I said, next year, right in the middle of the room, I want a table myself, and I want to name it the Keeping It Real table. And it's almost like you said, you know, here, the Keeping It Real table.
Do they have like a legal fees table, like where you get a parking ticket? Or
they have a life unexpected events
to
table.
Jail?
They had a what?
Life unexpected events.
Life unexpected events table.
Which is what those fall. They walk up to that table and they get a random selected card, and whatever their card is, it can either benefit them or it can take money from them. They never know what they're going to get.
Just roll out the board game Life and call it that.
Well, folks, I want to thank Family Connection, and that's who sponsors it every year, right, Sam?
Yes, Miss Merle.
Yes, Miss Merle. We'll leave it there. We want to thank Family Connection for doing that. They do it every year. The high school students go down, and it's called Reality Day. And it is. I like the way you frame that, Sam, because you get to watch the priority, the number of, you know, what's in the line of priorities for these young people, from phone to.
Hey, Sam, she walked out. Never mind.
That's okay, but.
How disturbed were you after this, like for our future?
Well, all I know is I hope they make better choices in 10 years than they say they're going to now.
Grandma will pay for it, and they want the latest iPhone before they even think about groceries.
One of the kids would not buy an iPhone or buy any kind of phone for her husband, who was unemployed and was going to stay at home with the kids. But yet she was willing to pay for a 2-week trip to go to Gatlinburg for the whole family.
What?
Okay. All right.
That was at the entertainment table.
That was at the entertainment table. Thank you very much, Sam. Thank you, Lonnie.
Oh, my
thank you. And like I said, FetchYourNews.com supports Reality Day every year with Family Connections. And so many. We want to say thank you to all of you out there. There's a lot of business leaders, a lot of people just volunteer that come and help at these tables. For Family Connection on Reality Day. I want to thank the Chamber for also your support there. How are you?
Good. I know you're going to cut me off before I get to talk about what I came here to talk about.
No, it's all you. Go, Carla. Boom. I just have a guest at 9, and it's my fault. It's all my fault.
I know. I told Amanda, I was like, listen, I'm flexible. Whatever. I'm a flexible human being. So next week is spring break.
Duh. You're not going to be here.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'm like hopefully going to take like a real vacation, like not a real vacation that like 2 weeks in Gatlinburg, because ain't nobody got money for that. But like a off the grid, like I'm not checking my emails. I'm going to actually relax vacation. That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be looking on it. You'll be posting.
Well, I mean, I might post my vacation because I'm going to be so happy that I'm relaxing. I may read a book. I may relax in my hammock.
Hey, can I recommend the book? Can I send you with some good?
Heck no.
I can recommend some good reading.
I am not reading your propaganda. Anyway, so.
Oh my God.
But we're probably going to be like doing staycation, which we did. We did a whole feature on that last year. Had a staycation in LJ because not everybody can go to the entertainment table and buy a 2-week vacation in Gatlinburg. It's just sometimes.
What's the point?
Possible.
So you're going to do day trips? I mean, can you get to the point? Are you going to do day trips, family outings?
You just got to talk for half of my.
Yeah, but you don't get to the point.
To talk about when you don't either. Anyway, so I've got some great ideas for you for spring break. One of our goals is going to be to go have some ice cream. We've got several ice cream shops. Mix and Roll in East LJ will not be open until April, so they're not open yet. But Moo Bears and Abby's are both open.
Go get some ice cream.
So get some ice cream. Go see a movie.
A movie
at Easttown Cinemas. Right now, it is the Gnomes movie, the new Gnomes movie. I can't remember what it's called. I posted it yesterday though. It's the Gnomes one, and then Tomb Raider was held over, but I'm not sure what it's going to be for next week. But you can go to Easttown Cinema's Facebook page. Sherlock Gnomes, that's what it is. Sherlock Gnomes. I love Romeo and Juliet. Did you ever see Romeo and Juliet?
No, I missed that one.
I love Romeo and Juliet. Anyway, go see a movie at Easttown Cinemas. Hike our family-friendly trails. We've got tons of family-friendly trails. There's Tumbling Waters at Carter's Lake. There's the Acorn Trail that's right by the Visitor Center at Carter's Lake. There's Amicalola Falls. There is the Trout Adventure Trail where kids can get a patch for hiking that trail. There is several at Fort Mountain. There's the Lake Loop. There's another one that you can see the tower and the overlook. So lots of family-friendly trails. And if you go to our blog on our website, we have a link to our family-friendly trails where you can we list they're all like less than 4 miles. There's some kind of cool attraction or something that they're going to get to do out of it. So check that list out. Visit the animals at Mountain Valley Farms. Most people don't know when you go to the farm store, they have all these little animals that you can see, rabbits and goats and sheep and cows and horses and everything. And there's no charge to see the animals. They also have ice cream there that you can have. And along with those farm products that they have there, cheeses and jams and jellies and meats and all of that in their farm store. So you can pick up something for dinner while you're there. Make your own pottery at In the Woods Pottery Studio. This is a new pottery studio. They're only been open about a year. Located off 515 near North Georgia Mountain Outfitters and I think Dr. Kent's office that's over there. But anyway,
yes. Right up here, White Path.
Yes. And they do wheel pottery and clay building, and they have like cool little kids tables, and they do classes for kids, and you can actually do like multiple sessions. So if you want to make this like a week-long thing, you can take them like for 3 days in a row or whatever, and they'll get to build it, glaze it, kill it, put it in the kiln.
So I can make a coffee cup. I can attempt another coffee cup.
We're not going into the ashtray thing. Don't even go back to that.
I was almost there.
You hold that story because we don't have time for that today.
Look, when you are, no, we don't, but you just can't go throw that out and just, run me over and not check on me. Listen.
Can't talk about that.
No, when I was a kid.
We all know this story.
Yeah, but we did the pottery in school. So we're in there doing the pottery. And you're trying to make a bowl for your mother and you're doing all this and that. And it didn't work out. So when all else failed, you threw your hand 4 times over and you had an ashtray.
Mm-hmm. So another cool thing.
I want to make a coffee cup's what I'm trying to say. So you don't have to be so mean to me.
I have a coffee cup that was made in the Woods studio.
Right.
So the next thing that's pretty cool that I've been on a pontoon.
Can I paint my own coffee cup?
Sure. I've been on a pontoon on Carter's Lake, but most people don't know at Carter's Lake Marina, you can actually rent a pontoon for a day and take the family out on the lake and chill out in the lake and have a good time, swim, everything. But you can rent a pontoon from Carter's Lake Marina. Another one's go trout fishing. We have excellent, right now is a great time. I saw Reel 'Em In Guide Service posted yesterday a picture of this trout they caught that is just, it was bright orange because it's getting ready to spawn. So, they're just beautiful right now. So you can get with one of our local guides, and they can take you and your kids out and go on a guided fishing trip where the kids can catch trout, and great experience, great family experience. You can rent bikes from Carter K Bike Shop and go mountain biking, or just ride bikes around town, whatever you feel like doing. And of course, we can't forget to mention Expedition Bigfoot. Go to the Bigfoot Museum. It's looking like we're going to have some rain this week, so I would save the museum for a rainy day. Same with the Pottery Studio. That's a great rainy day activity. Or going and seeing a movie, because it looks like it's going to be an awesome weather forecast this weekend or this week. So try to give you some balance of outdoor and indoor activities.
Okay. Were you able to get out everything you wanted? When does your staycation start? Tomorrow?
It was supposed to start tomorrow, but since the kids are still in school, I may end up working tomorrow.
They're in school tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's Good Friday. They have school. I don't have work, but I am probably going to work so that I don't have to work during spring break.
Well, I have a question, because I don't want to leave and I don't want to get confused. Your children won some awards here recently.
Yep.
Can we talk about that?
We had an awesome weekend last weekend. The Gilmer County 4-H took close to 40-ish kids to District Project Achievement in Jackson County at South Jackson Elementary. And out of our 40 kids, over 40% won place. So out of the whole competition, and this competition included Habersham County, Stevens County, Jackson County, Barrow County, Gilmer County. I'm trying to think, there's more. Walton County. I mean, there was like 8 or 9 counties represented, and our kids, I would say at least 17, 18 of them took home first place. And then we also had the largest percentage of winners, like first, second, third place winners. So, I mean, Gilmer County, we went and we represented. I mean, we did a great job. And Haley won first place in crafts. And her presentation was on how to make a scrapbook. And Abby was the only 4th grader from Gilmer County to go. And that I know about. There might have been one I didn't know about, but she did photography and she got 3rd place. And that's really hard to do for a 4th grader in this competition, because it's with 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. So it was a pretty awesome weekend. They had a great job, or the Gilmer County did a great job.
Folks, tomorrow is Good Friday. And it is Good Friday, and it's Easter weekend in North Georgia, and it's a beautiful time to travel up and join us and spend some time at many of these outdoor things and indoor things that you can do in our county here of Gilmer and all through North Georgia. So it's going to be
we don't have time to talk about Easter, but if you want to know what's going on Easter activities, check out our Gilmer's Guide newsletter. And I will be sharing that today on Gilmer's Guide Facebook page. But we've definitely got some great Easter egg hunts, things going on.
Easter egg hunts?
Yeah, this weekend. I don't have those logged in my brain right now. Just check out Gilmer's Guide.
Let me tell you the story.
You're running out of time.
I know how much time I have. I have 3 minutes, okay, or 2 minutes, whatever. So when all the grandkids were little, all right, dozen grandkids or whatever they were when they were little, my dad would take the plastic eggs, and we'd hide eggs everywhere for the kids. And he would do about 3 of them, and he'd put a 20 in about 3 of them. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then there was the one egg. The tradition was the one egg that had a $100 bill.
Do you eat the old people eggs?
Can I finish that?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but can I finish that? I mean, is it
marshmallow eggs? Those are nasty.
So
I hate those things.
So anyhow,
I'm going to totally get some crap for calling them old people eggs.
Yeah, it's me. There's a couple things here this morning that your audience may question you on. So
they're not old
it wasn't
people
me.
Eggs. They're just nasty. And
well, we would hide eggs, and the kids would find there's 3 of them that had a 20 and one of them had 100.
Special eggs with money. Everybody does that.
Oh, you're nice. I love you coming to the show in such a just a lovely
When you
mood,
open up, they're,
exciting
like, hard
mood,
on
so
the
excited.
outside, and they're like marshmallow on the inside, but it's not like soft marshmallow like Peeps. It's like a chewy marshmallow.
I like the robin eggs.
Well, I like robin eggs, but you know what I'm talking about? These are the
Yeah. Okay,
They
I
come
like
in the
robin
clear
eggs.
plastic.
That's my one, and I like my Peeps. I like Peeps. I
made
have to have
Peeps
Peeps.
not last night, but
I have to have Peeps because they're made by the Just Born Candy Company in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That's right, because I like the Peeps.
Well, I like to put them in the microwave, and then they go, and
I
then
like
they
Peeps.
shrink down again.
And I like robin eggs. So there
I
you
like
go.
Cadbury eggs.
I like Cadbury eggs.
What about those little Debbie's with the marshmallow?
Yeah. Okay. Easter candy. Folks, I'm your host, BKP. You've been watching Carla's Corner. You can get all this information at GilmerChamber.com. That's at GilmerChamber.com. In the upper right-hand corner of the website is the calendar of events. The calendar of events is up in the right-hand corner. And also the newsletter with everything going on, Easter egg hunts, all the Easter activities in the North Georgia area here. And if you're traveling up to visit us this weekend on a beautiful Easter weekend in North Georgia and you want to stop at the Welcome Center, it's located on 515 on the northbound side. Big sign says Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. Stop in and say hello. They're very helpful over there. And we can find everything on the website. We got it?
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll drink some more coffee. Sunshine. Have a nice day, Sunshine. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Ardley is supposed to be our guest here at 9. We just spoke with her. She's in Atlanta traffic. I think she wants to stay focused as she's headed down to the Capitol for Sine Die. So we have rescheduled for 9:45. She's going to try to call in at 9:45. We just want to talk to her a little bit about the 9th Congressional District debate. We want to wait. I don't want to discuss that yet. There'll be a debate between the candidates, governor candidates, Saturday night, and it's hosted by the 9th Congressional District GOP, and Rebecca is first chair. So we're going to try to get her on at 9:45 just to talk about that debate. As we told you, let's start out. If you would ever like to call the show, it is 706-889-9700. If you want to be a caller, you want to get on the show, you want to discuss some of the topics that are going on for the day, that's our number. You can always text our producer, let our producer know you want to be on, what you want to talk about. Or if you just have a comment about today's show and our topics or what we're discussing, you can always text that live number there, and also send us an email, chief@fetchernews.com, chief@fetchernews.com. Also at Fetcher News, at FYN TV on Twitter, and our YouTube channel, FYN TV, Fetcher News. Subscribe today. Tomorrow is Good Friday, the holiest week of the year, Friday, Saturday, and this is the holiest week of the year. Started with Palm Sunday, the holiest week Christians, and tomorrow is Good Friday. We will be at Circuit World. Tomorrow morning, we're always live in Blue Ridge Circuit World, 8 a.m. All-star panel with Rick and Jane. If available, sometimes somebody's out of town, but Rick, Bruce, and Jane, an all-star panel tomorrow. And again, we're at Circuit World. And then I think as soon as that's over, I'm going to take off. I think I'm going to take off. I'm going to hope and say my prayers that the weather will allow me to cut the grass. So it's that time of year. Do you have your mower ready to go? That's reality day. I wonder if any of them bought a lawnmower yesterday to go with their new house. But anyhow, it's time to cut the grass, and I hope I can do that. And then Saturday night, FetcherNews.com will be over at Flowery Branch, checking out this 9th District governor's debate, candidate debate. And there you go. So let's go with this. So you got a Veterans Affairs Secretary that was appointed by Obama that did not want to go in Trump's direction. Now, there's some concerns that Trump wants to privatize the VA. But what they're not telling you is I have spoke, and I think I'm going to talk to Dr. Whaley about this because he has discussed multiple times the VA and privatizing services through the VA. And I'm going to let Dr. Whaley talk about that tomorrow because we have a Veterans Administration where we had people die in the waiting room hospitals, okay, where we had people dying in waiting rooms. We have the Arizona scandal. We don't have time to go all through the details of the VA and the scandals and what took place, what has and still continues at some level to take place in the VA. This is Obama holdover. Put his picture up. All right. David Skulkin. And, you know, President Trump fired him yesterday. Flat out just fired him. All right. It's time to go. And he is an Obama holdover. Enough's enough. President Trump made promises. Remember, he made promises to you, the head of the Veterans Affairs Secretary, Ronald Jackson. All right. Admiral Dr. Ronald. Their heads are spinning off of this change. And they're because this doctor flattered Donald Trump when he gave a report on Trump's health. And we're going to play the video of this doctor giving the report on the president of the United States. Let's play that. It is about 3 minutes. I'll make a decision when we come back. But this guy right here is the new head, Admiral Dr. Ronald Jackson of Veterans, Veterans Affairs Secretary. Let's play that video. Do we have that one? Okay. All right. I never know in the control room. They might have something they're working around, or sometimes the videos freeze up. So give them a chance to get that up. But I wanted to play that for a reason, because I wanted you to see, remember these days when Donald Trump was being questioned every day on how his decision-making ability is. And remember CNN. Now, remember CNN had a psychiatrist. They said psychological evaluations. Okay. According to CNN, Donald Trump would not be eligible to buy a weapon because his cognitive
questions, and that if you have a positive or concerning answer on the screening questions, that then you engage with a cognitive screening tool. So I had no intentions whatsoever of doing that, like I said, because I didn't. So many of you may have picked up on the fact that we did do a cognitive assessment as part of the exam. And initially, I had no intention of including a cognitive assessment in this exam because, to be honest with you, per all the guidelines that are out there, it's not indicated at this time. A lot of the guidelines would suggest that you do cognitive screening questions, and that if you have a positive or concerning answer on the screening questions, that then you engage with a cognitive screening tool. So I had no intentions whatsoever of doing that, like I said, because I didn't feel it was clinically indicated. And part of the reason I didn't think it was clinically indicated is because I've spent almost every day in the president's presence since January 2000, or last year when he got into office. And I've seen him every day. I see him 1, 2, sometimes 3 times a day because of the location of my office. We have conversations about many things. Most don't revolve around medical issues at all. But I've got to know him pretty well, and I had absolutely no concerns about his cognitive ability or his neurological function. So I was not going to do a cognitive exam. I had no intention of doing one. The reason that we did the cognitive assessment is plain and simple because the president asked me to do it. He came to me and he said, is there something we can do, a test or some type of screen that we can do to assess my, my cognitive ability? And so I looked into it. And once again, and my initial question was that I didn't think it was indicated and I didn't think we should do it. After looking at some of the guidelines, there are a few guidelines out there that lean in the direction of potentially doing it. The Medicare guidelines and some of the NIH, National Institute of Aging, they've indicated that it might be a good thing to start doing for most patients in the future. With that in mind, I went through and I looked at a variety of the cognitive assessments that were available. Most of them were very simple, very short. And I think that's the goal actually for primary care providers in doing this, is to keep it simple, keep it short. We picked one of the ones that was a little bit more involved. It was longer. It was the more difficult one of all of them. It took significantly longer to complete, but the president did exceedingly well on it. So that was not driven at all by any clinical concerns I have. It was driven by the president's wishes, and he did well on it.
So to follow up, the president's personal doctor memorably said during the campaign that he would be the healthiest individual ever elected to the presidency. Do you agree with that assessment?
I'm not going to comment on that. My job is to basically give you my assessment of President Trump today, and I'm not going to make any comparisons with presidents over the last 200 years or anything.
Okay, folks. You see, the guy did not say Trump is crazy. I mean, the day he came out, he was supposed to report Trump is crazy. Remember? let me just say this, and I don't like to, I don't want to mean talking down, because the audience that we have here, you're very educated, but sometimes what is sad, and I'll use the word sound out there, it don't understand when they hear something like personal physician. The President of the United States, take the name out, has a physician assigned to him that comes in every, can I take your blood pressure real quick, Mr. President? How do you feel this morning? You feeling good, Mr. President? Yeah, I feel good. I got a little headache. Let me just check here for a minute. He's down the hall, okay? Now, see, this guy was down the hall from Barack Obama every day. You understand? I think he was there at George W. Bush in the White House. I'm not for sure. But Trump did not bring this physician in. This is not Dr. Vinny Boombas that he brought in from New York on the plane and say, hey, you guy. You see, he did not come out and say the President of the United States is crazy. So the media is spinning their head off that he is the new Veterans Affairs Secretary. If you'd have just said Donald Trump is crazy. That's my point. Okay, let's go to West Virginia governor signs food stamp bill. Now, the President of the United States, let's put up West Virginia Governor 1 there. This is Governor Jim Justice. Now, how come the media never talks about a possible success story? Never. You see, the state of West Virginia is completely red with the exception of one guy, Joe Manchin, blue Democrat, Joe Manchin. Now, Capito, or whatever her name is, Senator Capito, I'm not impressed with her, but she does have an R in front of her name. We'll leave it at that. All right, Shelley Moore, Arch Moore's daughter. Arch Moore, former governor of West Virginia. Arch Moore, former governor of West Virginia that went to prison. Republican governor of West Virginia that went to prison. Arch Moore. Shelley Moore, his daughter, Capito, I'm not real impressed with. But this guy was a Democrat, all right? His name is Jim Justice, all right? And where is the big headline story of the wave, the Republican wave? So this guy at a Trump rally, governor of West Virginia, at a Trump rally, said he got up in front and he said, my party has left me behind. And as of today, I'm a Republican. Right there, okay? West Virginia governor has signed a bill to impose the federal 20-hour weekly work requirement for many food stamp recipients statewide. This was a Democrat governor a year ago in the state of West Virginia, all right? Switched to a Republican Party with Donald Trump as president, and now is leading the way. See, able-bodied, it applies to people ages 18 to 49 who aren't pregnant, disabled, or military veterans, but have no dependents and receive supplemental nutritional assistance program benefits. Currently, 46 of West Virginia's 55 counties have work requirement waivers. The minimum possible benefit is $192 a month, or about $6.40 a day, according to the Department of Agriculture. Advocates say it will help eliminate fraud and get people back to work, even if they only volunteer. All right. This is the first governor to jump on the 20-hour work week. There's no success story. I wanted to bring this up again. Able-bodied, remember, able-bodied is an ugly word out there, because if you're able-bodied, I really thought before 30 with Amanda, and I don't know if Amanda has something worked up today. We're going to try to get Rebecca on at 8:45 and talk about the debate. Now, administration, we have the 24 years of failed foreign policy, all right, of North Korea. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama. 24 years of flat failed foreign policy in North Korea. We can call it failed foreign policy in North Korea since the end of the Korean War. But that being said, all right, it was the Korean War. I know the government tried to lead you to believe it was the Korean conflict, but the family of men and women that died there feel it was a Korean War. That being said, the failed policies. So Trump was supposed to blow up the world. Remember, NATO? We don't have time to talk about that. He wouldn't push back on Russia. The G8, he just really basically severed our relationship with the G8, okay? List goes on. The Middle East, all right? He went over there, to Saudi Arabia. They rolled out the red carpet, gold-lined everything for President Trump. That's where he found out Saudi Arabia. Remember the trips? Trump was supposed to blow up our foreign policy. That is the Prime Minister of Great Britain, called the President, okay, to say thank you for showing by your response to Russia that we truly have. China, they don't want to talk about North Korea, the failures, and what has gone on in the South China Sea, okay? With Indonesia, about that. Now, why did Vice President Pence make an Asian Peninsula visit and go everywhere? Everywhere. Why? Why did President Donald Trump, okay, make an Asian visit and go to Indonesia? Because, folks, in the last 8 years, Barack Obama was president of the United States, not Donald Trump. They never talk about what the hell was laying on Trump's desk when he got there, okay? It's a mess. And the deep state's worried about James Comey. The deep state's worried about getting Hillary elected. The deep state's worried about losing their power. This is what's not reported. Just go to picture one. Let's start with China, picture one, okay? Okay. On the screen, she's going to start rolling out pictures. Every one of these pictures are aerial shots of man-made islands that China built for their Navy, South China Sea. Japan begged the U.S. State Department. You can roll 1 through 13. You can just start flipping them off, Amanda, anytime. There's no particular one. Every one you see, these are man-made islands. Now, when the Chinese started making these islands, building these islands in the South China Sea, well, when our satellite imagery came up, we asked them, hey, what are you doing over there? It's going to have some palm trees, going to have a couple maybe luxury hotels. We're going to, be able to turn it into a real vacation spot. Really? No, it's not. You will see by these pictures, and you can just keep going back and forth on them. Operations Chinese in the most recent days, this is only 2 days ago, March 26th, okay? In the most recent days, China released a series of announcements involving Chinese military operations in the South China Sea and Western Pacific. This is where you're seeing these pictures. On March 23rd, the People's Liberation Army Navy told China's state TV station that it will conduct combat exercises in the South China Sea in the coming days, without specifically the exact time or location. All right? Now, without going into great detail, remember China launched their first aircraft carrier. Just Google it. China launched their first aircraft carrier, if my understanding is correct. Google it, see if I'm wrong, during Barack Obama's administration. Now, as you look at these pictures that are rolling by, I don't know if it's number 2, but you will see, and it's okay, you don't have to go to it. You'll see Vietnam, all right? You'll see the Philippines. You'll see Indonesia, all right? You see Japan. You see South Korea. And you know what? China is way up there in the South China Sea. And the Philippines, I think it's the Philippines that is saying at this time that actually one of the islands or the island or one of them is in their territory and really belongs to them. You see, China has built up its military. And I can understand, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end with this because it's getting to 9:30. The reason I brought this to you is I do think, how do I put this? I asked the congressman from the 9th District, Doug Collins, could you not have brought out military spending appropriations and let the Democrats just fail on it? Let them tell the American people that they do not want to back military spending. So I'm not happy with the $1.3 trillion spending bill. I'm not happy with it. Bottom line. I think everybody that's got an R next to their name should have voted no. Bottom line. I think you know that about me. But I don't want to give it any room. But the argument that we had to have the military spending because we have to modernize our military, don't forget this. People like Barack Obama, Deborah Wasserman Schultz, Susan Rice, Eric Holder, Hillary Clinton at the State Department, Uma Abedin, John Podesta, George Soros. I mean, this list never stops. That allowed the kind of things in the last 8 years. They put things into hyper warp speed for 8 years in the world. You see, we have to modernize the military and maybe increase the spending and grow our military because of why? Donald Trump's a warmonger? Hell no. Because John Bolton just wants to fire rockets? Hell no. Because Barack Obama, damn it, let China build all of these military bases in the South China Sea around our allies to prepare for battle. That's why. Because Barack Obama, along with the others, but Barack Obama allowed North Korea to accelerate their nuclear program. That's why. Because Barack Obama knew that regardless the penny ante sanctions they claimed they were putting on North Korea, they knew that Russia had a small border with North Korea with a port that ships were lined up to be unloaded into North Korea every day. That's why. Because Barack Obama led the way in dropping pallets of cash that for four or five hostages in Iran, but Iran would not come to the table and talk, a denuclearization. We have a nuclear deal that is ridiculous. We all know it. It was the worst deal ever made. And Iran is rapidly, as fast as they can, testing. I won't say testing, but they're rapidly building up their nuclear program. That's why. Not because Donald Trump is president and scaring the world because he says, I've got a button and I can use it and it works. Not because Donald Trump said Rocket Man. Not because of any reason whatsoever. Not because Donald Trump picked John Bolton to be the NSA director, not because Donald Trump picked Mike Pompeo, because Barack Obama, damn it, allowed them to build those islands and put a Navy all within our allies ready to clean our clock over there in the South China Sea, the Pacific Rim. And what is closest? Damn it, if you don't realize, Japan is who hit Hawaii. And that's where Rocket Man says he'll go, from the Pacific Rim. Don't forget, if you leave Hawaii, damn it, it's sitting out there in the Pacific somewhere. It's not in Yorba Linda, California, and it's not a sanctuary. There you go. Turn Hawaii into a sanctuary state, and then they could just send a message to all of China and hey, we're a sanctuary state. You can't do anything to us. That's why, folks. And I'm thinking one damn day I'm going to turn on the TV and real news will appear. Real American news. The tariffs are not hurting. They are adjusting things in our favor. When you read the trade balance has been shrunk, you will be okay. Just stay the course. Stay the course. You got it? Donald Trump, let the guy stay the course. We will be okay. He will not be taken. Look at those islands in the South China Sea and talk about a man being taken by the world on the world stage. Barack Obama allowed us, the American people, to be taken. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's take a brief break so I can maybe not settle down, but let's just take a brief break.
I've had the time of my life. I never felt like this before.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home go. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband, Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Days ahead.
It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We are going to hopefully, if Rebecca calls in at 9:45, just give me a thumbs up that it's ringing. Go to card, answer the phone, plug her in, check audio, and come back. So, folks, if we just abruptly go to our show card, just stay there. We're not going to commercial. Show's not over. We have somebody maybe calling in. Now, Amanda, I know you've got things, but I just wanted to put this out here. Obviously, I do not want to pass up an opportunity to tell the viewers I am correct, okay? Because I did do this off the top of my head, but I forgot that I had an article pulled up here on who is Ronald Jackson, and he was tapped to be the physician for the White House during George W. Bush's tenure in 2006. So he was Bush's doctor, Obama's doctor, and now Trump's doctor. But that was after Jackson was deployed to Iraq. He had been deployed to Iraq. So this guy's got a lot of character, and he's going to do a great job over at the VA, and great pick. You see what I'm saying? All right. What say you? What do you have there?
Well, I've got it's kind of close to us, national news today. So Al Sharpton, who was I know you didn't do
that. I know you didn't do that. Now, write this down right now. You can come on here anytime and talk about anything, and I never tell you what you can and can't talk about, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, from here on out, if Al Sharpton's going to appear, or I'm going to have to hear his name, you will give me notification. Do you understand?
I will.
All right, now go right ahead.
All right. So I've got a story. It's not so much about him, but it's about his brother. And his brother is Kenneth Glasgow. And I'm putting up a picture of him and Al now. Here in Dothan, Alabama, so not too far away from us, he was involved in a capital murder, homicide, where one of his friends, and the name was Jamie Towns, opened fire on a Brianna Jennings, and she was 23 years old, shot her in the head point blank in the car. And so he is being held in Dothan for capital murder, to accessory to capital murder right now. And interesting fact about this man, he just sponsored with his nonprofit at March for Our Lives.
Well, and now I hear Al's headed out to California. I didn't get a chance to get into that story to do some of his evil work.
Yeah.
In California.
And here is Kenneth at the March for Our Lives with his nonprofit organization. And Kenneth was a reformed convict, I guess, that he got out of prison in the 80s. And since then opened his non-for-profit, the 501c3 that actually gets grants. And here he is with Hillary Clinton during her campaigning. So what are you trying to say? Well, I mean, a guy that stands up against anti-gun, just was an accessory to a gun murder. So
interesting.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Interesting. Well, that's a great story. That's a great find out there. Those are the kind of things I like to do. Is I like to, I like to go out and find news or things that people are not talking about, that are not being highlighted. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. What else you got?
And that's all I got for today.
All right. I got to move along. I appreciate it, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I want to be nice. Yeah. It's getting close to Easter, but you said, but you're just going to have to note that Al Sharpton sets me off. Okay.
Yeah.
You just got to understand. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, yesterday I got a chance, and we're on a phone call, and if Rebecca calls in, the first vice chair of the 9th District GOP, Rebecca Yardley, we're going to talk about the debate for this weekend for the candidates of governor. But yesterday I got an opportunity to go up to Fannin County High School, and I just want to give a shout out. Let's call it Make Fannin Rebel Football Great Again. And I felt good yesterday. I went up there and I met with, in a room for 45 minutes with the new head coach, Chad Cheatham. And we got a couple pictures there of Coach Cheatham. Coach Chad Cheatham is he was the head coach over at Banks County. We got our phone call right now, so we're going to plug in and go. Just go to card there. We'll be right back. BKP, and I have with me now, joining us is the first vice chair of the GOP Republican Party. Rebecca Yardley is with me now. Rebecca, how are you?
I'm great, Brian. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. And let me say something that I know we share. This is something I'm going to catch you off guard. Not going to just be I'm going to catch you off guard, but this is something I know you and I share. Ever since the first time I met you several years ago, we both really like making sure we get all the information we can for voters to make. Agree?
That is a very true statement, yes.
That is one thing, and I want to say this. This is, again, Rebecca Yardley, first vice chair of the GOP 9th Congressional District. We are a little partial here at Fetcher News. It's together. Tell us a little bit about the format, candidates going to be there, and how this debate's going to work Saturday night.
Sure. So we're very excited to be hosting this 9th District gubernatorial debate in Flowery Branch on Saturday. It's going to be the first debate where all 7 qualified candidates for governor will actually be presented. So you'll be able to listen to Casey Cagle, Hunter Hill, Clay Tippins, Brian Kemp, alongside of us to help make sure that this event is a success. The event will start at 5:30. Unfortunately, it is a sold-out event. There are worse problems you can have, and we'll have 700 people who will be in attendance for this. However, if you can't make it to the event and didn't secure tickets, we want to encourage you to watch on Fetcher News, where they will be live streaming it, or you can watch on www.whiteco.tv. And that website is a high school website out of White. Networks, and we're very pleased to have them partner with us and come alongside.
Well, Rebecca,
as far as format,
I'm sorry. No, that's another thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you on the format, but that's another thing we just really share here at FetcherNews.com. And I know you well enough. I watched a Facebook post. Is, we want to support the young people coming out and being a part of the process. And the White County Media Department there, which we're going to give the website again. Yeah, we'd love for you to watch it on FetcherNews.com. And we know a lot of our viewers in South Georgia and all over the state that follow us throughout the week will watch it there. But we want to support these young people coming out and bringing it to you live. So this event will be live, and we'll have all the ways you can watch it Saturday night. Go ahead with the format. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're just fine. So format is really simple. The candidates will get to do a 2-minute opening introduction about themselves. And then our moderator for the evening is Greg Bluestein. He's a political reporter with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And he is going to be doing a series of questions for the candidates that are not only questions that he's come up with, but they're also questions that were put out by constituents in the 9th District when they reserved their ticket. And so there were approximately 40. And so we will be identifying those people who are in the audience when the question is asked.
I hope I don't get this wrong. Is it 19 counties and a partial of 1 or 2 counties and 3 partial? And where I wanted to go with that is the majority of the 9th District counties are what's considered rural Georgia counties, correct?
That is correct.
So my hope, and I'm for sure the debate committee has looked at it this way, my hope is that we can get some serious answers from these candidates and some good questions concerning rural Georgia?
Well, I can tell you, having reviewed the questions that were submitted, I think that you will find that those questions are very much in line with the views that we hold in the 9th District, and that they are good, solid questions. They're not questions of fluff. They are questions that ask about healthcare and transportation and telecommunication issues, things that dramatically impact us in the 9th District.
Well, I appreciate you very much, and we're going to be over there. And I got one more question for you before we go, because I know where you're at today. Before we go, I want to say this is a sold-out event, but you will have all the opportunities to watch this live at home, anywhere in the state, anywhere in the country you may be traveling, because it's not going to be a local broadcast. It's going to be internet. So if you're traveling over the holiday or you want to watch it at another time, we're going to have this thing live Saturday night. And White County Media, what's their website one more time?
It's www.whiteco.tv.
Whiteco.tv. And those young people are going to be a part of the process, and that is the high school media department there. Okay, you're at the Capitol. Sine Die. Why do you go down for Sine Die, in which we know, we've told you earlier, audience, Sine Die, this is at midnight tonight. It's either crossed over on the both sides of the chambers there, and it gets signed tonight, voted in tonight, or it's over. Why are you down there today, Rebecca?
So for me, the biggest reason that I'm here today is the fact that both of my daughters, who are teenagers, are paging down here at the Capitol in the Senate side for Sine Die. It's a tradition that we started 5 years ago when they became old enough to do that. And it's a great opportunity for them to see the political process at work. I often say that if you want the best civics lessons in Georgia, you come down to the Capitol under the Gold Dome during session. Today's session will run till probably midnight, and they'll put in all those hours all day long. There's going to be a lot of bills that come before both the House and the Senate. We'll see what happens. As you know, they go back and forth all day long until those final hours. One thing you can rest assured about today, your House members and your Senate members are going to be hard at work all day long doing what's best for their citizens.
Well, you know, there's 2 days now. I have not, actually, I'm embarrassed to say I've not attended the last day of session, which is a madhouse till midnight. But I have sat in the chamber for several crossover days. So for Georgia legislative session, I think the 2 days that if you could put in your schedule is crossover and Sine Die. So
I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, enjoy your day. Be careful. Be careful. There may be a couple politicians there. And so proceed with caution. That's my joke of the day. Come on. All right. And tell State Senator Steve Gooch I said hello.
I will be happy to do that.
For my good friend Steve. And we're going to see you Saturday night. We appreciate it. And what time? Now for anyone that's listening that has tickets, it starts at 5:30. What time's doors open? What time can
doors open at 4:30? Registration will go nice and smooth, so you won't have much of a wait. You'll come in. Seating is first come, first serve, as far as where seating is, since it's not reserved seating.
Well, you know, it's the world we live in. So is there any kind of security details that we need to put out as far as, you know, we're going to have 700 people. Please don't bring, you know.
We do want to remind people that they don't need to bring any sort of signage with them. No signage will be allowed in the auditorium. Ladies can bring their purses. You know, we are Republicans, so it's a typical event. Just use some common sense.
There you go. Well, now I'm very cautious, so we're going to actually run this one with a little common sense. Okay. No, I understand all too well. That's the nicest way. Rebecca, you have a great day down at the Capitol. I know it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be memorable and a great, it's just going to be so memorable and a great lesson in life for those young ladies and something they'll never forget. We appreciate you taking the time to come on with us. We will see you Saturday, and we can't wait to be there.
We'll see you Saturday. Thank you for having me, Brian.
You're welcome. That is Saturday night, folks. Saturday night. And like I said, it's live streamed. We're going to run it live, but White County is going to run it live there. We'll have their website. And I love seeing the young people because I know Rebecca, and that's why I opened up. Since the day she is the first vice chair of the 9th Congressional District Republican Party. And you have heard me how many times on here? Yes, I have my opinions, and they may be controversial. But my number one, when you go to FetcherNews.com, the website, and you start clicking on the counties and the election coverage, our number one goal is just to get you the most information to the voters to make your decision come Election Day. And I know that's what they really do with these debates. I have been a part of many with the 9th District, and I look forward to it. I've got 5 minutes, so let me go back really quick to what I was talking about before we took that call. Yesterday, I had an opportunity to go up to Fannin County, let's start again, and meet with head coach, make Fannin Rebel football great again. And there was something about that I felt good when I walked out. I met with Coach Chad Cheatham yesterday, and we've got a couple pictures essentially there. Coach Cheatham is from Cheatham with his wife. My apology, I do not remember his wife's name. My apology. I promise I will correct that immediately, Coach. He's the new head coach of the Fannin Rebels. We asked him several pointed questions. Will there be players going and just have assignments? But this coach is from Fannin County. Let me tell you a little bit about this guy. We're going to make it brief. This guy is started coach since the day he could coach. He's been around football his whole entire life. When you sit down and you talk to this guy, I mean, this guy, it's just football. And I liked everything about the time I got to spend with Coach Cheatham yesterday, Team FYN Sports, Luther and myself got to spend with him. Just everything about this guy in football. He has not been a head coach. So I'm going to answer a couple questions. He said the best players will be on the field, period. Best players will be on the field. 11 best. There will be players. Yes, they will absolutely be players play both ways. There's going to be a lot of guys playing both ways on that football team. Another thing, they are going to run live practice full pad drills. Okay? Now, he has to follow, he said yesterday he's got to follow all the GHSA rules. Obviously, there's a lot of rules in how to practice or what you're allowed to do. But we don't go backwards here. We always go forward, all right, when we're highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way of Team FYN Sports. But I think you know out there, if you where I'm going with this, he said, yes, there will be live pad run-through practice. Yes. So that's a big difference I'm looking forward to. He could not give us the defensive scheme and the offensive scheme he's totally going to go with at this time based on, I love the answer because he didn't say I run this, I run a wing T. He didn't say that. And I loved his answer because the simple reason is when you are in a rural county, 3A, rural county like Fannin County, you got some great athletes, but you cannot really say 100% what you're going to do until you see the talent of the athletes that come onto the field. That's going to determine what you're going to be able to run. I love the answer. He's not just set in stone that he's going to do this. He's going to wait to see his guys get on the field, and he's going to make judgments from there. Going back briefly, he was head coach. He was named head coach at Banks, but did not coach a season at Banks. So he was named head coach, but did not coach a season at Banks. It'll be his first year, very first as a full season head coach. All right, Fannin Rebels. I think I talked to him yesterday about the show. You know, we have Wednesday night at 7. We've done it for 4 years. Coach is all in. Great guy, great personality. I can see him getting along with the team, the players. You know, he's going to play the best 11 athletes on the field, period. This is the guy Okay. I think Cheatham is the guy that can make Fannin Rebel football great again. I'm excited. Team FYN Sports is excited. And as we always say, Team FYN Sports always highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. Tomorrow it's 10 o'clock. We will be at Circuit World. Circuit World of Blue Ridge, 8 a.m. in the morning. We have our Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley at 8:15. At 8:45, we have the All-Star Political Panel. It is Good Friday. We're going to have a couple special comments tomorrow. And, hey, show up at 8 tomorrow. Be there, fyntv.com, live from Circuit World. Take us out.